Let me guess. That's your final answer?
3 mages have fled to Ferelden, and you have intervened to protect them, as if it is your right to do so. What other answer did you expect, your majesty?
A maybe might have been nice.
I do not deal in maybes. I deal in cold, hard facts. As should you. Perhaps when Ferelden next chooses a king, it will be one that takes his duty to the Maker seriously.
Well, that was awkward.
That's just Meredith's idea of Kirkwall hospitality.
Really? Kirkwall brutality must rip the skin off your face, then.
This is the champion of Kirkwall.
Right, I'm Alistair. King of Ferelden. And this is Tegan, my uncle. Sort of.
I'm actually Tegan. I'm only sort of his uncle.
Your Majesty, may I say what an honor it is to meet you.
Well, you could, but you'd be the first today.
I fought at Ostagar. What happened there was a great tragedy.
Ah, yes. Yes, it was. Thankfully, the man responsible has paid for that. I was hoping we could talk. Would have been better timing before being emasculated by Meredith, but I'm not picky.
I'm surprised you would even know who I am.
I know you came here from Lothering, a Ferelden refugee that did well for himself, against all odds. I have to admit, I was hoping your influence in Kirkwall might be of use. Things haven't been going well with Orlais. Without a Viscount here, however, there's only the Knight Commander to deal with.
You were having an argument about mages.
Yes, well, apparently I don't feel the same way about mages as the Chantry does. So, we're in disagreement. That means they get nasty. They're like that.
Sounds like the Circle is better off in Ferelden.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Sadly, I don't control the Circle. I can only deal with mages outside the Circle, of which there aren't many.
Aren't they in your kingdom? Why not just kick the Templars out?
Ha! Easier said than done.
I'm sure there's something you can do.
We'll see what comes of it. Ferelden had a blight to contend with, remember? We're not exactly at our strongest.
You were having an argument about mages.
Yes, well, apparently I don't feel... So, we're in disagreement. That means they get nasty. They're like that.
A lot of your people fled to Kirkwall, you know.
I know. I wish I could have helped them. Their blight devastated the kingdom, and afterwards, well, it hasn't exactly been peaceful. They're welcome back, of course, as are you. But after so many years away, would you still consider it home?
Kirkwall is my home now.
I understand. Ferelden's loss.
Is there to be a war, then?
I hope not.
You're more optimistic than I am.
Empress Celine is doing her best. Olay isn't the most stable place right now.
What's happening in Orlais?
Oh, the usual. Attempted assassinations, uprising, fancy parties with stinky cheeses. Apparently, some Orlesians think it would be grand to get their lost province back.
Well, we won't let them swoop down on us, will we?
That's right. Swooping is bad.
Do you really think there's something I can do?
Sadly, it may be too late. Meredith got wind of my arrival sooner than I'd hoped. What you can do is protect Kirkwall. It will take someone like you to keep it from falling apart.
Just me standing between the city and disaster, huh?
I've been there. Trust me, it isn't pretty. Well, I suppose we should be getting back.
We should. The hero of Ferelden should be back in Denerim by now.
You're always so formal. He has a name, you know.
I wonder if I should try coming back tomorrow.
Back to the barracks. I never tire of it.
You have no Viscount. It's clear you're suffering without sufficient leadership.
That doesn't grant default authority to you or your commander.
It would be easier if you cooperated.
Wouldn't it?
Guard, Captain.
Trouble?
Yes. He's been hounding me. These Templars strut around as it is, but now it's just out of hand.
He could be fishing for a less strenuous position here in the barracks.
Well, he won't be getting one from me.
That's not what Cullen has heard.
What are you talking about?
That you coddle your men. It's all lies, of course. But it's out there.
No wonder the Lieutenant was harassing me. Bastards. If they think I'm coddling anyone, it'll be my husband, Donnic. You and I will intercept his patrol tonight. Then you can see for yourself if I'm coddling him, or any in my command.
I don't have to see proof. I already believe you.
Of course you do. But nobody questions my leadership without a response. Cullen wants to know if these things are true. You'll be able to tell him. Donnick's patrol, Hawk. Me and you, tonight. Accuse me of being soft. Not in this lifetime.
Hello again, champion.
Lethaline, I need to ask you for a favor. I thought the Arulin home would be the last thing I needed, but the Illuvian still won't work. I think I have to go back to the spirit that helped me at the start of all this.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
Well, look at it. Do you think it's supposed to just sit there and show nothing at all? I can feel the power in it, but it's like it's asleep. I can't seem to wake it.
Summoning a demon can't possibly be the only way to fix the mirror. Someone else must know something.
The Illuvian was lost before Arlathan fell. The only creatures who would know anything about it are in the Fade. I've called to the spirit, but he doesn't seem to hear. He was sealed in an artifact on Sundermount. I have to look for him there. But if things go wrong, if he possesses me, I need you to strike me down.
You would risk becoming an abomination for this mirror. How is it worth that?
Marvinan, you of all people should understand. I would gladly sacrifice my life to help my people. There's no one else I trust. Please, Marvinan. I don't want to go into this alone.
If you're determined to do this, then I'll come with you to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Masaranas, you've no idea what a relief that is. The demon is sealed in a cave on Sundermount. The sooner we get this over with, the better.
be restored! Donick will be on this route.
I know you wouldn't send him on a boring patrol. Not you.
Using potions!
Sir Hawk. Or is it always champion now? You're too much of a chameleon, my friend.
I didn't expect to find you so... deep in bandits.
A good day, to be sure. I'll be sore tomorrow, but it was my choice. Tell me what's going on.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Every guard chooses the patrol they want. My wife promotes from the bold, not the reckless. Action is up, casualties are down. It is... remarkable. As are you, love.
Thank you. That will do.
Another time, Sir Hawk. Safe travels.
That should be sufficient. Take that to the Templar.
Indeed. Let's go talk to Cullen.
I didn't expect you to stick around for this mess, Meryl. This has nothing to do with your elves.
I love Hawk. I wouldn't go anywhere.
But it's not your fight.
I love Hawk.
You said that.
I say it a lot. It makes things clearer. Takes away doubt when everything is crazy and people are dying.
I understand.
Oh, good. Someone should.
Champion, and you are with the captain. None too happy about the accusations against her, I'm sure.
You could say that.
I saw no evidence to support the claims against her.
As I suspected.
Then why press this?
Some feel that the solution to the current crisis of leadership is to consolidate authority. As long as these complaints continue, baseless or not, they will serve as justification for eliminating the position of guard captain. It would be the simplest fix, whether or not I agree.
Just point me in the right direction and I'll get you some peace and quiet.
I have no answers for you other than to say that all of the complaints have come from Lowtown.
Guardsman Brennan is on that patrol. Why wouldn't she tell me of this?
I don't know, but I do apologize for the assumptions of this incident, Guard Captain. It has been unfortunate.
It's not done. To Lowtown, Hawk. I need to speak to Brennan.
I was never given the opportunity for a herald. The Knight Commander.
So good to see you, gentlemen.
Clearly, this enchantment was performed by one less studious.
Bad people come out at night. It would be good to get rid of them.
Guardsman! Why did a Templar have to tell me there is unrest in this district? What's going on?
Guardsman?
It's Captain Jevon. I didn't report his return because I'm ashamed for him. He's trying to rile the guards against you. But none of us will follow him. You lead better than he ever did.
We've made so many enemies. I don't remember him as that impressive.
He deserves to be forgotten. He abused his position, and blamed me when we caught him.
He was well liked by some, but not once the truth was known.
We need to find him. Guardsmen.
The guards will have nothing to do with him. So he found others. Militia. Mostly anti-Ferelden. The same kind who were against the Canary. I guess it's been long enough they've forgotten how many the Champion killed.
A rally against the tyranny of the Guard and foreigners who infest Kirkwall.
I'm sorry, Captain.
Return to the barracks. The rally is in Darktown, Hawk. I need to be there.
The Champion? Here?
It's the Captain. Are we ready for this?
Too long, brave Kirkwall. You did not throw off all others only to fall under Ferelden influence. Leaderless, displaced, alien hands on the most basic authority. Foreign elite bleeding you.
Jevon! You disgrace yourself.
The Ferelden with the Orlesian name. Is there anyone else who so embodies how far this city has fallen?
This one is all yours, Captain.
Do they know how you sacrificed your men? How you alone disgraced your name?
Bitch! You took everything from me!
You took it from yourself. The Guard know this, and none stand with you. He stands alone. This is no rebellion. It is delusion. A joke inflicted on Kirkwall, your home and mine.
I will not be left with nothing again.
No. You shall have less. You fool. Why would you do this? If I live to 100, I will never understand his kind. To the barracks, Hawk. My guardsmen will be waiting.
You think I don't know the City Guard is just another arm of the Templars?
That is completely unfair.
If they show up here, I'll know who to blame. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to see that. I just can't be too careful, now that the Knight Commander has basically appointed herself Viscount.
Between ruling the city and torturing mages, it's a wonder she has time to keep that sword so shiny.
She has nearly crushed the flame of hope for mages here. The Mage Underground is all but destroyed, and those left have turned to blood magic as their only option, which Meredith knows will prevent any chance of the public taking their side.
There's still one good mage left in the city.
I don't know how you continue to believe in me. How can people be so blind? The Blight was stopped only with the aid of 2 mages, one an apostate. But it makes no difference. The Chantry set us on this path long ago. It would take something truly catastrophic to change people's thinking now. Our cause is nearly lost.
Wonder if I should try coming in tomorrow?
Back to the barracks. I never tire of it. Jevon, son of a bitch. You build a good thing, work your hardest, and the past just claws at you.
Jevon failed before he started. You know this.
I do. And he doomed himself. But it smears all of the Guard. I wonder what I would do if my captain lost my respect.
Captain, we're waiting for orders.
Will you accept them?
May I speak freely? There isn't a man or woman here who wouldn't follow you through the void. Captain.
I'll take it. If you'll excuse me, Hawk. My guardsmen need me.
And so I said, it's a kingdom, and that makes him king. But it's also a country. I find interrogations are better as a two-way affair.
You have no sense in your head. None at all.
You're the real guardian of such things. Keep the bottle. Hawk?
Incorrigible. Utterly. Did you know I've been dead for 7 years? I got word last week. They only just sorted the casualties of Ostagar. The king has offered to reinstate the commission of any surviving officers who will return to Ferelden.
And?
And what?
Does this appeal matter? I thought you were sworn to Cailan.
King Alistair has apparently become something of a sensation. A champion of hope. Regardless of who has the throne, I served Ferelden. The country survives, even if Cailan didn't.
You brought it up. What's your decision?
It's been a strange time here in Kirkwall. Do you ever think about that last night at Ostagar? How it happened? I don't mean the betrayal. Everyone knows the signal went up and the flanking charge never came. But that moment when the tower lit and then... the fight just kept going. It was the oddest feeling. Hope answered with... nothing. I don't like the thought of going out with a whimper, Hawk. Not again.
You enjoyed stringing me along too much.
I can't keep a straight face for anything. But I wasn't always so sure. Thank you for everything. I've so much because of you. I'm here for you, Hawk. And for myself. Nothing going on, Hawk. You'd be the first to know if there was.
Hello again, champion.
Blessed are those who live in the sight of the Maker.
Yes, my friend?
Got a minute, Hawk? I know this is ancient history, but remember that Hightown house Bartrand barricaded himself in? Bartrand doesn't exactly need the place now that he's in the sanitarium. I've been trying to sell it.
I can only imagine there's a huge market for the homes of deranged killers.
Well, the creepy sort of people who are interested are generally not the ones with the coin to take it off my hands. I found a minor noble in Ravane who bought the place sight unseen. But now there's a problem. They say the place is haunted.
If they hadn't seen the place, I'd expect the first complaint to be about the corpses in the hall.
I may have neglected to mention the mansion's colorful past to the buyer. They've noticed some minor problems. Voices whispering in the walls, apparitions, things moving on their own. My hope is it's a relic Bartrand brought back from the Deep Roads. We smash it, and the haunting stops.
Very well. We'll investigate the mansion. Again.
Thanks, Hawk. I knew you wouldn't let me down. that music? Where is that coming from?
I don't hear anything.
I don't like this.
I don't think I can do that.
I guess the buyer wasn't kidding.
It's not supposed to do that, is it?
What voice?
I can barely hear it. I wish I could make out the words.
Not going to happen.
Hello? Is there a ghost? Would you stop that, please?
We're getting closer. I can feel it, Hawk. Look at this. My brother's junk was left here. You wouldn't know it, but Bartrand was a sentimentalist. This came from our estate in Orzammar. When I was 7, I knocked over one of Mother's plates and broke it. My brother yelled at me for an hour.
This was made by the artisans of House Saldras. The clay was from the Adrosetuna River, which never sees the sun. Arr!
There's no way you're talking about the same Bartrand that I met.
Maker's truth. There were tears in his eyes. I never thought that was possible before. That stupid plate was the whole city of Orzammar to him.
Blessed Andraste.
This isn't being caused by some random artifact. The idol is still in the house, Hawk. It has to be.
I can't do that.
Holy shit!
I don't think I can do that.
Tell me you heard that, Hawk.
I did.
You know, that didn't make me feel better.
Do it. Not going to happen.
Are you real? You've got to get out of here before it comes back.
Where's the idol?
What idol?
Don't waste my time with your lies. Tell me where it is.
I didn't exactly want to stay for dinner, but I think we've got a few minutes to hear her out.
She's hiding something, Hawk. Don't lie to me. I know it's here. You must have found it.
I swear, I don't know anything about an idol. Please. Maker, no! It's starting again!
Uh-oh. This is a piece of the idol. No, I should have known Bartrand would lie to me. Of course he'd keep a piece of the statue for himself. Think of what we could do with this.
Varric, you've been acting strangely since we arrived. I don't think you want to keep that shard.
I know you're just trying to look out for me, Hawk. But I can handle this. It's not the whole idol. It's just a sliver. I need this thing. 6 years of my life have gone into this. The shard is my only hope of curing Bartrand. It's my only chance to set any of this right.
Listen to yourself, Varric. It's already controlling you. You have to let it go.
You're not listening, Hawk. I know I can handle this shard.
That thing is cursed. It ruined your brother, and it'll ruin you too. Get rid of it.
Fine. I don't really want to argue about this anyway. Take it. It's your problem now. Maybe Enchantment Boy can dispose of the thing for you. Let's go. I think I could use some air.
First the haberdasher, then the grocer.
You've had luck on your travels?
Think you can do something with this sandal?
Is that lyrium? I've never seen anything like that.
It's dangerous. Varric suggested Sandal might be able to dispose of it.
I think my boy can do better than that.
Ooh, enchantment. Enchantment.
Listen, Hawk. I don't know what came over me back there in Bartran's house. I'm glad you're watching my back.
That's what I'm here for. That and doing all the fighting.
You know what I like about you, Hawk? Your humility. What are you having? Edwina, let's get a couple of drinks here. Hawk? This is awkward.
You? At a loss for words? I should mark this down my calendar.
Enjoy this while it lasts. It might never happen again. Look, I just want to say, it has been an honor knowing you.
Are you about to die? Am I? Why so serious all of a sudden?
Don't panic, I just needed to get that off my chest. You know it's 6 years today? 6 years since I found you dragging your tail out of Bartran's office. Here's to whatever comes next.
I think it's the lyrium in the water.
My palatial suite in the Hanged Man is your palatial suite, Hawk. Make yourself at home.
We have a few drinks and everyone's like...
If Althena won't leave Kirkwall, neither will I. I can't abandon her when the Divine's own agent warned her away.
The Grand Cleric is lucky to have your loyalty.
She'd be luckier were I willing to hit her over the head and carry her away. This isn't her battle. But if these Maleficarum rebel against the Knight Commander, Althena will put herself between them and be torn apart. I must try to make her see reason. This cannot end well. I'm giving it all up. I made a vow to the Chantry, and it was wrong to turn my back.
Sebastian, listen to yourself. You're as impulsive now as the day you turned away from us. Do you think the Maker wants another rashly spoken vow that you'll abandon when the next passion takes you?
I will not...
This is your life, child. Don't spend it being blown about like a weather vane. But here's Hawk. Maybe you can talk some sense into him.
I don't think sense is really my strong suit.
How long has she spent telling me to return to the Chantry, and now that I want to, she won't take me? It was wrong for me to break my oath to the Chantry. I've turned against the Maker. And for what? Why would I want to rule Starkhaven and deal with jackals like Lady Harriman for the rest of my life?
Do you see yourself as a prince or a priest?
That's exactly the question I've been praying for guidance about. When I think of going to Starkhaven, calling on allies like Flora Harriman and all the corrupt, scheming nobles, my throat swells shut in horror. When I think about staying, I'm at peace.
If you give it up, what then?
I suppose I must convince Althena my commitment is sincere. Then I will remain here, to represent the Maker's interests as she thinks best.
You should ask what's best for your people, not just for you.
I do not have hubris enough to imagine it matters to the common people who rules them. Kirkwall does well enough with no one in the Viscount's seat. Someone will take the reins. The fields will be planted, the crops gathered. No one will notice that a Vale lives and isn't there, and I can devote my life to the Maker's will on Thedas.
You're wise to stay here. No one trusts a man who breaks his oath.
I cannot return to Starkhaven and subject my people to war without a clear sign that it's the Maker's will. Elthina still won't listen. She's determined to ride this wave until it crashes on the rocks.
I hope you haven't come to try to talk me into leaving again. Kirkwall needs a steadying hand on its reins now more than ever. Orsino and the Knight Commander grow more fractious by the day.
There must be a way to satisfy both sides.
I pray you're right. I've been talking with them both. Orsino is not an unreasonable man. Surely a compromise can be reached. I hope you haven't come to try to talk me into leaving again. The Viscount lies dead. I will not leave my people to bear the price of war between the Templars and Maleficari.
Welcome home, Dalen.
This isn't a homecoming, Keeper. Why is the clan even here? You should have moved on ages ago.
The clan still has business here, Dalen. We will leave when it is time.
It was time 3 years ago. You can't stay here. Eventually, the humans will force you to leave.
There are plenty of hiding places in these mountains. We will stay until my business is done. If you are not returning to us, what has brought you back?
How can Merrill fix the Eluvian?
I wouldn't restore that cursed thing, even if I could. It has stolen life and promise from my clan already. And this was the least treacherous thing it was capable of doing. You must come to your senses, Merrill. This evil cannot be allowed in our world.
It is part of our world. It has been in our world for centuries. No one is pained more by Mahariel's loss than I, but the mirror wasn't responsible. But I'm wasting my time. You'd rather fear the past than reclaim it. This is pointless, Hawk. Let's go.
Master, what's wrong?
Nothing, Dalen. Pack those tools properly. We're leaving.
But
You've returned. Is there something you need? Are you a specialist? What sort of things do you make? A Dalish crafter does many things. We create weapons, armor, anything our clan has need of. I don't need anything right now. Of course. Just do it. We're leaving. Whether the clan is or not is up to them.
Does anybody else get the feeling that this is going to end badly? Just me, huh?
It's not all bad, Varric. Think of the stories you'll be able to tell later.
No offense.
Go down!
Now, it's a little hard to make out.
Better luck in the next line.
What should we be prepared for if something goes wrong?
I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen an abomination myself.
So you want us to come and watch for something, but you don't know what?
It's just a precaution, Aveline. Nothing will go wrong.
Oh, that's reassuring. I feel like there's a different law at work in this place. Someone else's rules.
Who thought putting a demon in a cave on Sundermount was a good idea in the first place?
Where would you... The war here woke the dead. Many things that should be sleeping prowl this mountain. Something is wrong. This is where the spirit was bound. But now it feels... empty.
Who bound this demon here and why?
There was a war long ago. Between my people and the Tevinter Imperium. After the Magisters sank Arlathan, my people made a last stand here, fighting on the graves of our elders. I don't know if it was the Elvenan or Tevinter who bound the spirit, but he was left here from the war.
Maybe it freed itself.
It would have taken powerful magic to break him free of this prison. You couldn't just set him loose. Nobody could. Not without doing something terrible. This is very wrong.
It couldn't have just vanished. We'll track it down.
He shouldn't have been able to leave. What happened to him?
Why happened?
Keeper. What have you done?
The demon's plan was always for you to complete the mirror. It would have been a doorway out of this prison and into our world. You would have been his first victim. I couldn't let that happen, Dalen.
You stopped it. You saved Merrill.
Not yet. The demon is still here. I couldn't fight it in the Fade while it was trapped. And I couldn't banish it without making it stronger. So, I made myself its prison. Kill me, and it dies too. Merrill will finally be safe.
No! You can't ask that. I won't do this.
You always knew your blood magic had a price, Darlene. I have chosen to pay it for you. Dareth Shiraz.
Traitor, may the Dreadwolf hunt you for the rest of your days.
I was trying to rebuild my life. Why did you have to come back and destroy it? We're cursed.
I will still destroy you.
Keeper. You've beaten it, Darlene. You are so much stronger than I imagined. The demon is dead.
Keeper,
Let's leave this awful place. The clan should hear the good news.
You told us that the demon was bound to your life. It would only die with you.
Irabalas, Keeper. Keeper! What have you done? I don't want this! I never wanted this! Creators, please let this be a bad dream. I'll wake up and feel like an idiot and she'll scold me for not listening.
You were trying to help your people. She should have had more faith.
If she hadn't been so stubborn, if she had listened to me. She never believed in me. I should go to the clan. Someone needs to know, needs to come and take care of her.
We know the Keeper came here. What's going on? Where is she?
Fenrir. The Keeper. She...
Look at her, Fenrir. She's covered in blood.
What have you done, Merrill? Keeper? Can you hear me?
She's dead.
I should have guessed you'd turn on her, you monster.
The Keeper turned into a demon. We had no choice.
There would have been no demon, if it weren't for this little flat-eared bitch.
We've suffered enough because of this traitor. It ends now. We know the Keeper came here. What's going on? Where is she?
Fenrir.
What have you...
She's dead.
I should have guessed you'd turn on her, you monster.
No one is going to hurt Merrill while I'm here.
You murder our Keeper and think you can threaten us, Shem. We've suffered enough because of this traitor. It ends now.
I need a better path here!
We know the Keeper came here. What's going on? Where is she?
Fenarel. The Keeper. She...
Look at her, Fenarel. She's covered in blood.
What have you done, Merrill? Keeper? Can you hear me?
She's dead. I should have guessed you'd turn on her, you monster.
This was a tragedy. I promise you, I'll make sure no one else is hurt by Meryl's blood magic.
You expect us to take the word of a Shemlin?
Stand down, Aneria. She was our first once. The Keeper loved her. More than she loved the clan, it seems.
Fenarel, I'm sorry. I never wanted this. If I could have saved her, if I could have died instead, I would have.
Words are cheap. That you're still breathing says enough.
Enough, Aneria. Human, take Merrill away from here.
They'll never forgive me. If you weren't here, Hawk, they'd kill me. She's gone. She's really gone.
Meryl.
How did all of this happen?
I know it doesn't help to hear it, but this was just a misunderstanding.
Why didn't any of them listen to me? All this time, I thought... I could help them. Save them. But they won't let me, will they? They'll destroy themselves to escape my help.
You can't help people without their consent. I'm sorry, Meryl.
No, I suppose I can't. All the time I've wasted. Maybe it's time I stop living for them. My people will kill me if I go back. I'm all alone. What will I do now?
Whatever you do next, we'll do together.
Yes, we will. Gone on 6 years in this place, and I still can't fix the holes in the roof.
I hope all is well. Nothing new to report, I'm afraid.
Poor Prince. I told him to stay off the bed. Everything that's left of my life in Lothering.
You know, I'm starting to think Sandal is watching me.
It's been years and it's still difficult going into
break some heads tomorrow.
I'm going to be trying something, and I thought you'd want to be part of it. We've both been wrong. What I did with Justice was unnatural. It should never have happened.
I'm glad you finally understand that.
I can't help mages like this. Not while I am everything the Templars fear about magic. I need to be free of this curse.
I never heard of anyone getting unpossessed.
I've spent the past 3 years researching the methods of Tevinter Magisters. They're the only ones who have ever sought to reverse spirit possession, not just behead the victims. I believe I have a formula for a potion that can separate Justice and me, without killing either.
Is it dangerous?
There are always dangers with magic. But I believe this will be worth the cost.
Surely that's worth any risk it entails.
I knew you'd stand behind me in this. Even if...
What?
Nothing. I've gathered most of what I need, but there are some outlandish ingredients I was hoping you'd help me collect. A powder the Tevinters call Celepetre, and a small amount of Drakestone.
That doesn't sound sinister at all.
Well, you know Tevinters. They can't throw a Wintersend party without a human sacrifice or two. But I promise, everything in my research says there's no blood magic involved. Darktown. No better place to disappear.
Alone in the dark. And that's how we like it.
We can enter the sewers from here to look for the Celepetre. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Hold your nose. We'll have to get pretty close for me to tell what we're looking at. I know it isn't my place to criticize, but are you sure about Meryl? She acts sweet, but she'll never pick you over her demon.
Merrill loves me.
Keep your illusions, then. Maker knows I won't be the one to change them.
Line them up for me. I'll take them down.
Die screaming! I don't like the looks of this. All set.
This is it. The Cella Petrae should have formed right under here. Oh, I don't want to touch that. Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
Watch your step. Done.
Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
That should do it.
That should be plenty. Thank the Maker.
Going to have to do some shopping upstairs pretty soon.
Outsiders think they can change us.
We still need the Drakestone from the Bone Pit. I hope the rest of the dragons haven't heard this place is on the market. Are you ready to go in?
Ready as I'll ever be.
We'll have to look for Drakestone deposits along the sides.
Trap!
This looks like a Drakestone deposit.
You do get results, don't you?
Line them up for me. I'll pick. Now you
There should be more further in. There should be more further in.
Watch your step.
There should be more further in.
Could have gone better.
I don't like the looks of this.
Never to get on our bad side. Seems to be unhealthy.
That should be enough. Thank you. I wouldn't have asked just anyone to venture in there for me. There is one more thing, but we must discuss it privately.
to admit, Anders, of the mages I know, you're the one I expected to go out in a blaze.
The day is young.
It was a compliment, you ass.
No, it wasn't. There is one more thing I would ask of you, Hawk. And I can't tell you why. I must get inside the Chantry, without being seen. Will you talk to the Grand Cleric for me? Distract her long enough for me to do what must be done.
What is it you don't want me to see?
You said you believe in me. Again and again you have shown your support for mages. Then trust me now. I am doing only what is necessary.
I do trust you.
Your loyalty is more than I deserve. I promise, whatever happens, it's on my head. It will not come back on you. Go to the Chantry. Talk to the Grand Cleric. I will join you when I'm done.
Dogs.
I'll find you as soon as I'm done. Thank you.
Maker's blessing, champion. Have you come to pray?
Have you thought about which side you'll take? Between the mages and Templars?
It's no secret that you count apostates among your friends, champion. You have done much to fan the flames of rebellion here. We must give Meredith and Orsino time to work out their differences. No good can come of showing favor to one side.
Couldn't you solve this problem if you just spoke out?
How would that help? Both sides make good points. Both have flaws.
At some point, right must be decided.
For 1,000 years, the Chantry has had to find the balance between them. That hasn't changed here.
The Maker created mages. Why doesn't he protect them?
I feel for the mages, I do. I would not wish to be locked in the gallows. But I cannot take sides. We are all the Maker's creatures, but magic allows abuses beyond the scope of mortals. I only hope I can balance the needs of everyone. For if it comes to war, it is the people of this city who will lose.
There you are. I've been looking for you all over. Your Grace?
Your soul is troubled, child. I hope you found a balm for it here.
I wanted you to have this.
What's that? A pillow?
Hand embroidered by my mother. The only thing of hers they let me keep when I went to the Circle.
Why in the name of Andraste would you give that to me?
You've been a good friend, Varric.
You keep your pillow, Blondie. And may you have many more dreams of killing Templars on it.
Hawk. I didn't expect you here. But let me take this time to tell you how much I respect you. You've stood by me when I gave you every reason to turn away. Just remember, whatever happens, I wanted you to know that.
Why are you talking like this?
He'll still be here, you know. Justice. Long after you and I are gone. It doesn't mean the same thing to a spirit. He'll just go back to the Fade.
You've been a good friend.
No, I haven't. And I'm sorry. I was hoping we'd find a better way, but... Justice and vengeance are too intertwined. I can't tell one from the other. You have been a better friend than I ever thought to have. Your support has meant the world to me.